One of the main issues in our industry today is the prevention of leakages. And as SGB is a leading company in this field, is a manufacturer and provider of leak detection systems, we've been invited to visit the company and learn a bit more about the SGB history. Jost Berg is the managing director and owner of the company. And Jost, can you tell me a little bit more about the beginnings of SGB?
Sure, I can, Sandra. It's a big pleasure to have you with us here, and I would like to invite you to go into our demonstration room. There I can show you the very first leak detection system invented 1960. Here you can see the very first leak detector developed 1960 by my father. This was introduced to German TÜV to show how a vacuum system for single-wall tanks worked. In the 1960s we had a lot of single-wall tanks, but later on requirements came up for double-wall tanks, so we developed new systems for double-wall tanks and double-walled pipes, not only for petrol stations, but also for chemical applications, for refineries, for tank farms. So we develop a wide range of leak detectors we are producing today.
So Jost, we can see a wide range of configurations here on the wall for different use. So this is the one used for petrol stations. Can you tell me a little bit more about this?
Yeah, that's a pressure leak detector for petrol stations. It's called DL330. It's operating with air overpressure. We use a dry filter, we use air which is dried down and passing through a pump and then pressed into the interstitial spaces. And we are monitoring the pressure, and in case of a leak we will have a pressure drop and the system will indicate an alarm. With pressure leak detectors we have the possibility to monitor several tanks with one leak detector, which makes the system very cost effective. And to show you how this works, it's quite easy. In case of a leak, you will see we have, due to the overpressure, we have air entering the inner tank, we have a pressure drop, and if the leakage rate is getting a little bit higher, we will have an alarm. So you see, this is a real leak prevention system. It does not only detect a leak, but it makes sure that the product will stay in the inner tank and has no chance to escape into the environment.
This is now the manufacturing plant of SGB, where all the products are manufactured, assembled and customized. Jost, what is the advantage of having all this in one location?
Yeah, Sandra, as you see, the company is founded in 1962. And since then we are developing leak detection systems and producing the leak detection systems. And our goal is to deliver a solution to our customer, not only the leak detector, but all the related accessories, and even up to giving advice or assistance on the first installation on site. So within these 50 years we developed so many different systems, and we have so much knowledge within our staff. We are able to develop new systems very fast by taking bits and units we have already in stock and fit it together to a new system. So we have all the experience, we have the knowledge, and we have all the material in stock here, and it's easy to create a new system adapted to customer needs. And that we can only realize if we do all together in one facility, having all the possibilities in one place. So we do everything here: development, production and distribution for Germany, for Europe and also for the world.
And there is even a service unit that I have just seen. Can you tell me a bit more about this?
Yes, since about 10 years we do have a service team. Then with this we can provide installation assistance to our customers, or if needed, troubleshooting. So we have customers in New Zealand or Ile de Mayotte in the Caribbean. Yeah, where we did already installations or maintenance in our leak detection systems, and we are very proud about that. I'm a little bit sad that I couldn't do it by myself.
This is a gallery of leak prevention systems starting from the very beginnings in 1960 up until today. We're now in the meeting room of SGB, and on the wall we can see a big world map. So, Jost, can you tell me, where are you geographically active?
Sandra, we are mainly active in Europe. Europe is our biggest market, but we see more and more inquiries coming in from all over the world. So we have more and more business in Asia, also in the Arabic countries, in South Africa, on the west coast of Africa a little bit also down here in Australia and New Zealand. Markets which we are looking for is South America. We think there are also a lot of double-wall tanks looking for some leak detection.
We've now learned, and we also know from the article published in our Technology Corner, that the Class 1 leak prevention system is the best solution, is safe, and environmentally the best solution, of course. So is this economically the case as well? Is it economically advantageous to have the system?
Well, 20 years ago it was not, but today we have approvals for our leak detection equipment where we can monitor with one pressure leak detector several underground tanks. So from the first investment, the cost for the leak detector, manifold and hoses for a typical petrol station is much cheaper than a system based on liquid. With a liquid system you have a header tank sensor per each tank, and you have the liquid for each tank. So the cost for this is higher than for the pressure system. And if you look on total cost of ownership, you have to take into account also the maintenance cost. If you see that big mineral companies have the HSSE requirements, they do not like people to enter the manhole chamber. So for a liquid system, once per year for the function test, a manhole chamber has to be opened and you have to check the system down there. With our pressure leak detection systems, you just go into the building, check the leak detector for a few minutes, and then you have done the job. So that's much, much easier. And there's a cost difference each year in these maintenance costs. And if you look at the way of monitoring with a pressure leak detector based on air, the system will only detect a leak on the tank. There's never a trouble with the tank itself, which you may have with a liquid system. With a liquid system, you may have, in case of a leak of the inner wall, liquid in the tank, which you may pump into a car tank. You may have liquid in the environment, which may cause trouble with environmental protection legislation. Or you may have trouble with the leak detection system itself. If the wrong liquids are topped up, the liquid may gel and the leak detection system will not work anymore. So if you compare all this, environmental protection, safety, functionability, and cost, you will understand that a pressure system based on air is much cheaper than a liquid system. So I think the answer is yes, pressure systems are very cost-effective and efficient.
What are the plans for SGB in the future as a closing up question?
Well, our plan is to be the perfect partner to our customers in delivering leak detection technology solutions from the leak detector with all the accessories needed to do the installation. We try to understand the needs of customers. We are developing every year new systems to get better adoption on customer requirements. So we did a new system which is now in the global design standard of Shell. It's called VIMS. It's a system which is able to detect a leak by pressure loss, but it's also able to detect whether the leak is caused by a leak in the outer wall, by detecting water in the sensor, or a leak in the inner wall by detecting product. So this is a differentiating measuring system. And if we detect product in the interstitial space, we are able to switch off pumps immediately to reduce environmental pollution risks. If there's a leak in the outer wall, the risk for pollution is not immediately there, so it's possible or accepted to continue tanking process for another 24 or 48 hours. Though this technology may save money to the mineral companies. So what I try to say is we look for improvements of our products, we look for very good solutions for our customers, and we try to be the competent and perfect partner for all customers looking for leak detection technology.
Thank you very much for your time, Jost.
Thank you, Sandra, for visiting us. It was a big pleasure having you with us.